of class 9th. In biology, cell is very important content for that particular to understand almost all topic of biology. Like you can just confine from their name, like cell is a structural and functional unit of life, and in whole biology we always learn about the life. So life is always associated with cell. After understanding the basic information related with cell, like unicellular, right? Unicellular means those organisms which is made up of single cell. Unicellular. And also we understand multicellular. We also understood prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, right? And different cell organelles, osmosis, diffusion in class 8. But don't worry, we will start from the begins, right, in class 9th. So first things is we must have to have some basic information related with cell. And as per topics requirement, I will also add some additional information related with that cell. So we need to start as with cell membrane. Cell membrane. What is cell membrane? Means cell must have a cell membrane, right? Again, nucleus is there, cell membrane is there, and cytoplasm is there. So cell membrane, again cytoplasm, and last one is nucleus. Try to understand, shape of cell is completely depend upon the, of course, cell membrane, because shape of my room or any of the area are determined by their wall, right? Shape of the wall determine the shape of room. Similarly, cell have cell membrane outer covering and that decide shape of cell. Get the point? And all of you know, as possible as almost all shapes, cell are in that shape. Like if you talk about the trigonal shape, obviously tetragonal, pentagonal, hexagonal, almost all shapes you learn in mathematics are must exist in the form of cell. So in human body, our nose, our mouth, our hair, hands, almost all organisms are different because of a reason to arrangement of cell and different shape of cell, right? Because all of you know bricks are same in size, length, almost all aspects, but how we arrange it in the making wall, that determine the different shapes of building, right? Similarly, in all living organisms, how cells are arranged, that's make our nose, make our mouth, make our skin. So arrangement of cell are completely different. They have different shape and size also. They have different shape, like hairs, cell of hair are have different shape from skin, right? So try to understand, we are completely or slightly different from other organisms because of one reason, that is cells arrangement, cells shape and cells size. All of you are familiar with amoeba, right? They can change their shape. How they change their shape? By the changing of their cell membrane shape, right? So basically the shape is completely determined by the cell membrane. Get the point? And lots of exceptions are everywhere. We will discuss in a particular topic, but try to understand. So we need to start our chapter with cell membrane, right? And one of the properties that is very much important to understand, cell membranes are semi-permeable. Semi-permeable in nature. Semi-permeable in nature. What is meaning of semi-permeable? Semi-permeable means cell membrane only allows certain material to enter inside and certain material to exit or release from the cell. They are never allow all substance to enter directly. That's why that is called semi-permeable membrane. You get the point? Semi-permeable because of certain material allowed to enter and certain material does not allow. That's why that is called semi-permeable. Basically, permeable means permission. Semi means certain material allowed to permit inside and certain material does not allow. So, semi-permeable in nature, and there are the certain points relate with the semi-permeability nature of cell membrane. What are it? Like if we drop in a solution, all of you are familiar with solution, solute plus solvent equal to solution. So if we drop in a solution, then there are two medium. One medium inside the cell and another medium outside the cell, right? One medium inside the cell, like one medium inside the cell and another medium outside the cell. You get the point? So there is probability, there is chances to exchange material between the cell and inside material of cell. So try to understand, if cell allowed to enter molecules inside the cell, what are the chances, what are the probability? Either cell allowed to enter material inside cell, or either they release some material from cell to outside. That's it. And maybe probably there is no exchange. Only three situations may be created when we drop cell inside the solution, or in the solution if we drop a cell or if we keep cell in a solution, then either substance may be entered inside cell, released from cell, or there is no exchange. So there are the three situations when you drop cell in a solution and cell release water. Cell release water, right? Cell release water. Then obviously cell release water, then what's happened? Why cell release water? We need to understand. Means molecules are moved from cell to outside, and what is called movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. Just take an example. If I open bottle of perfume in one corner, what's happened? Automatically that molecules move from higher concentration, concentration means amount, from higher concentration to lower concentration. Means some water molecules are less concentrated here. That's why they release water from cell to outside. Such kinds of solution where you drop cell and cell release water, that is called hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution. That is called hypertonic solution. And what about the hypotonic solution? One type of solution is hypertonic, and other situation may be there, like, have you ever dropped whatever you call, just If you drop cucumber in a salt solution, then after some time you will be found that cucumber become release lots of water, right? Or if you add drop some powder of salt over the surface of cucumber, then automatically they release water. That is perfect example of that particular situation, right? So try to understand here. If you drop a cell in a water, right, and it becomes swollen, it becomes swell up by absorbing water, right, by absorbing water, then water entered from outside to inside the cell, that is called hypotonic solution. What is it? Hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution. Hypertonic solution and hypotonic solution. These are the two types of solution. Basically, why we call the hypertonic? Because water released from cell to outside. And why is it called hypotonic? Because cells absorb water from outside to inside and become swell up. Right? When cells shrink by putting in a solution or dropping in a solution, then that is called hypertonic solution, right? And if cell swell up, then that is called hypotonic solution. Is it clear? If you put a gram seed overnight to a water, then obviously at morning time you found that gram seed swell up, right? Because of that water solution is hypotonic solution. And same things, if you drop solid part of or solid gram seed in a sugar solution or salt solution, then after some time you found that will be shrink. Why is it shrink? Because of hypotonic solution. Sorry, hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution always water release from the cell. In hypotonic solution, cell absorb water. These are, but one another solution you can find, that's there is no exchange of material between the cell to outside. No exchange of material either inside or outside. That is called isotonic solution. Isotonic solution. What is meaning of iso? In the further study you will learn about, obviously you will all of you are familiar with isomerism. If not, then in different chapter I will definitely explain. Iso is means similar. Isodiametric, similar. Isotonic solution means same, similar. So when concentration becomes same in a cell and outside of the cell, then that is called isotonic solution. So on the basis either cell release water, either cell absorb water, or there is no exchange between the cell and solution, on that basis hypotonic, hypertonic and isotonic, these are three types of cell. Three types of solution, not a cell, right? But one another term relate with it, like when cell release, like this one is flattened cell or normal size cell, after putting in hypertonic solution, they shrink up. That shrink cell is called plasmolysed cell. Plasmolysed cell. Plasmolysed cell means when cells shrink by putting in hypertonic solution, then that is called plasmolysed cell. And what is it? When cells swell up, if you drop kismis in a water, then obviously you found that will be swell up, right? That is called deplasmolized cell. Deplasmolized cell. So plasmolized cell and deplasmolized cell is basically because of either cell release water or either cell absorb water. If we drop cell in a hypertonic solution, then that will be plasmolized, and if we drop the cell in a hypotonic solution, then that will be deplasmolized. You get the point? So basically today's class is completely based for 5 points: hypertonic, hypotonic and isotonic, along with plasmolized cell and deplasmolized cell. So I hope is it clear, and in next day or next video we will discuss about the structure of cell membrane, what are component make our cell membrane. Get the point? Cell membrane is basically made up of lipid and protein. So we will see later about the how cell membranes are made up of, what are the arrangement of cell membrane in next video. Thank you.